Precisely.
All right,
so I don't
Senator,
take that
but how do you think the public perceives El-Rufai's attacks on President Tinubu, especially, when you consider that he was a key figure in the APC? Because those who are saying he may have the political capital and influence to shift the dynamics of 2027 in a very dramatic way. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, you see, we're in a certain period like this. If you are in a position of authority or power, you are bound to be criticized. People are bound to hold you accountable. And the very fact that the government has unfolded a reform program that comes with the consequences of hardship and suffering in the lives of people. So naturally, Nigerians have that tendency of aligning with someone who will speak out, who will criticize. But the mistake we have always made is that we seem to allow our own resentment against the president or the present government to make us revise history and try to deodorize people who have destroyed us and led us to where we are today. If Nasir El-Rufai was embraced by this government as a minister, he's going to fight everybody. He's going to be the most vocal against the North, the most vocal against critics, the most vocal against social media handlers and posters, all those things here. He could have been the most vociferous, vicious attackers of them. But for the fact that he failed the security screening as a minister and is out of it, and now he can say anything. But I can tell you, a leopard never takes his spot. If today he's going to be in a new government in this country, it will never change his attitude, his mentality. He was never a people's man. He was never a patriot. He was never a man of the masses. He is a product of the political establishment. He is a product of the political manipulation in this country. It is what made him, and it is what he is. So whatever he will say is simply out of grudges and out of the disappointment that he has not gotten what he wanted. And if people want salvation, they should align themselves with a political force that is not part of this destruction. One that was not part of the APC and PDP destruction in the years. There is nothing wrong with bringing someone with a saintly or angelic background, character, affiliation, and history, and say, we are going around this person here to see he's good. But you cannot bring a man who is part and parcel of the journey that led us to where we are today and say that man will lead you out to Egypt, out of Egypt to the promised land. If this man is the one that will lead you to the promised land, it's better you remain in Egypt with the pharaohs because he has nothing new to deliver. Wow. He is part of the establishment. No matter how you try to change him, to colorize him, to deodorize him, to spray fragrance on his body and say this is a critic and a new critic, he is criticizing simply because he's out of it. There is nothing wrong in a democracy. Get someone whom you can rally around for him to challenge the president. Someone who is different, someone who is unique, someone who is exceptional, not the person who is the worst example of the political ruling elite in this country. And the people who are presenting themselves as alternatives, are they actually an alternative? These are people who ideologically are not different from the people in the ruling power.
That's a billion-dollar question,
They believe in
Senator.
They believe in the same philosophy, neoliberal economics. They are the same bourgeoisie political class. And then you are against Team A, you are going for Team B of your oppressors. And then you say, these are people who can free you. People are just wasting their time. They are presidential candidates with credibility, with integrity, whom you can rally around them for you to say they will challenge Tinubu. But not these kind of people who were just a few days ago doing everything possible to undermine democracy.